Hello, and thank you for tuning into this week's Mayor's Update. As always, we have a lot of important information to share with you, so please feel free to share this video with your friends, family, relatives, and anyone else who you think may find this information helpful over the course of the coming week. As you can notice, we are out over at Greenwood Pool here on Park Street in Gardner. There's no one in the pool right now because we're actually waiting for the kids from Fitchburg State. The Fitchburg State Upward Bound program has actually rented out the pool a couple times this summer, so we've got a little break in between swimmers are here, so we thought it'd be a great time to do an update over here at the Greenwood Pool. This coming weekend, July 24th and 25th, there'll actually be a swim meet here at Greenwood Memorial Pool. Don Lemieux, who is our certified pool operator for the city, who also coaches a competitive swim team, was able to secure the New England 10 and Under Championship here in the city of Gardner. So we'll have our second swim meet of the summer, so please feel free to stop by and check it out. There's really a lot of fun that comes here with the swim meets. The area is full. We're expecting several hundred people here, so please feel free to just stop by and check it out. It really is a cool time for all, and it's great to see competitive swimming back here in Gardner after a little hiatus with some different things here, and we're hoping to grow that feel for competitive swimming as we move forward as well. And with that said, we do want to give you an update on some other stuff that's happening in the area. Our paving projects are continuing here in the city of Gardner. This past week, crews continued their work on Parker Street, going from the downtown square all the way to Jean Street, installing a brand new water line. Those water lines that were put in, that we're replacing right now through this water main project, were put in between 1920 and 1930, so they're about 100 years old, so that's where we're going through and replacing them. And up on Central Street, crews are going from Maple Street all the way to the Uptown Rotary, and then we'll shoot down Woodland Avenue and go all the way to the hospital. Once those water lines are fully installed on both of those streets, crews will go through and pave the entire area, but we are putting an asphalt patch in the meantime, just to try to keep some of the excess gravel off of the roads, to try to make it a little more bearable for the people that are driving in those areas. So thank you very much for your patience as you drive through those locations. Once those projects are done, that's when we'll start moving on to the Wickman, Warwick, and Robillard areas, where we'll start seeing the same water main projects being done, as those pipes in the streets are just about the same age as the ones that we're replacing in those other areas in the downtown. We also continued with our paving projects over on Harvard Street and Coleman Street. Harvard Street already has its base coat of pavement done. The second coat will be done sometime in the coming weeks. And Coleman Street had the structures lowered. We'll go through and pulverize the street and put the base coat of pavement in sometime within the next week and a half as well. So you can expect some construction to be done in those areas of the city soon to follow. Once we get the better schedule, now that our Chapter 90 funding has fully been approved by the state, we'll be working with our contractor, Mass Broken Stone, to get a timeline for the remainder of our streets, and we'll be sure to put that out as soon as we get that from them as well. This morning, my executive aide Colin and I actually traveled down to Sandwich over on Cape Cod because the city received a $100,000 grant from the Department of Conservation and Recreation, and Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Polito awarded that grant at that ceremony down on Cape Cod. This $100,000 will be used to connect our North Central Pathway bike trail from its current place that it stops just around the corner at the Veterans Skating Rink to the Hubbardston border by going through the downtown. It's expected to connect to Rear Main Street and Derby Drive and go down around the Rotary near Timpani Boulevard. So I want to say thank you very much to our partners at the state and the Baker-Polito administration for helping us get that $100,000 to really help get that project off the ground and move that up on our timeline. It'd be quite some time before we'd be able to fund that on our own. So having grant programs like this really does help us move that along and move that forward so that we can increase what we're able to offer to our biking community here in the city as well, with the eventual goal of connecting the entire Winchendon branch of the North Central Pathway down to Hubbardston. So this is the lion's share of that work. We're increasing our bike lanes here in the city of Gardner by 8 miles with this grant. So that's great to see that happen. I want to say a special congratulations to Mr. Alex Lucier, Gardner resident and rising Gardner High senior, who was obtained his Eagle Scout rank this past week. A lot of work went into that. His Eagle Scout project was the flag retirement box and burning pit over at the Gardner Lodge of Elks on Park Street. I want to say congratulations to Alex. Whenever anyone obtains their Eagle Scout, we try to give them a shout out just because of the amount of hard work that goes into that and the amount of dedication that goes into the projects and the other communications that go along with obtaining such a high rank like that. So congratulations, Alex. We're all proud of you, and know your city stands behind you too and wishes you luck on your future endeavors, and good luck on your senior year over at Gardner High School as well. We want to remind people that we have National Night Out coming up in the city on August 3rd. What National Night Out is, it's a time for just the community to get to know the police department and the different other resource advocacy groups that we have available here in the city. There'll be the Voices of Truth and the Domestic Violence Task Force, representatives from the Gardner Police Office, the Attorney General's Office, and I want to thank our Prevention Coordinator Veronica Patty and the Gardner Community Action Team for putting on this event annually. There'll also be a dunk tank and some entertainment, so if you're interested in the first hour of the dunk tank, yours truly will actually be in there, so feel free to come by and see if you can hit that target in the dunk tank during the first hour and see the other different great organizations that we have partnering with the city to make sure that our residents get all the resources they need for whatever situations they're handling in their own personal lives. That same morning, we'll actually be down here at the Greenwood Pool. Several times throughout the past couple years, we've done a new initiative called Coffee with a Cop, and that's where the Gardner Police Department partners with the Massachusetts State Police to just be available for some time to just talk with our residents, to answer any questions they have, and just put a face to a name to try to build that community engagement that the police departments and the Massachusetts State Police have with our communities. Our Coffee with a Cop programs have done so well that we are now doing Pool Party with the Police. So on the morning of August 3rd, we'll be down here at Greenwood Pool for a pool party with the Gardner Police Department and the Mass State Police. Again, same format, just to answer any questions that you have, and they'll just be there as a resource for you to just put a face to a name, or if you have any questions, feel free to just stop by and start that conversation. This is just a way to engage with the community that both police departments and organizations have put together. So I'm really excited to see this different take on something that's worked in the past, to see if we can get a little summer feel to that here in the city as well. And the last thing that I'd like to end with today is just a very special congratulations. You met Colin a couple times, most recently last week in these mayor's updates, but a lot of the times people don't realize the other staff member who's in my office, Rachel Stefano, now Rachel Roberts. And I do want to congratulate Rachel on her wedding this past week and thank her for all of the work that she puts in to help my office and me personally too in this job. She really does a lot of the work behind the scenes and doesn't really get as much credit for all the work she does. So I just want to congratulate her and her husband Tom on their recent wedding. And that concludes this week's Mayor's Update. Until we speak again, please get outside and enjoy what we have to offer in the city. There's a lot of great events coming up now that we're able to have events again. And I look forward to speaking with you again next week. See you soon. Take care.